Take a moment to get really comfortable and slow down your breathing. Breathing into your belly, into your ribs, and all the way up to your collarbones, letting your whole upper body expand. And breathe out completely, feeling your torso contract. Your only task right now is to breathe and receive. Evoking the muse of winter. This is a time for slowing down. For many in the animal kingdom, winter is a time of hibernation and retreat. Breathing deeply. This is a time to enter a deep state of relaxation. Like the soil, if you constantly force it to produce crops year after year without rest, your crops will get dimmer, smaller, and they will become less nutritious. You need to rest. You need to be barren like the earth to stop bulldozing through life like a productivity machine. You need time to rest, to lose yourself in a delicious duvet cocoon. This is a time to sleep, to rest, to plan less, to do less, to socialize less. Winter is a time to go deep within, to find more stillness, more healing, more reflection. Winter is a time to unearth shadows and shed light upon them. It's an opportunity to move beyond your fears. Can you face yourself and your shadows in this stillness? Can you see beauty even when it is not pretty every day? Evoking the muse of the Crone, the oldest sister of the season. The Crone is the winter season of a woman's life, starting around 70. The Crone comes from the crown, indicating wisdom that is coming from the head. This is the time in a woman's life where she withdraws from the outer world. The Crone is uncensored. She has no self-consciousness. She is uninhibited. She is a wisdom keeper, a seer, and she has knowledge that can guide others through hardships selflessly, giving an ultimate perspective, as she has nothing left to prove. She has magical, mystical qualities. She is not afraid of the underworld or of death. She is closest to the source, closest to her ultimate surrender. The modern Western culture doesn't show the respect or reverence for this cycle in a woman's life. In this ageist culture, the crone is not valued. But in Native American cultures, grandmothers are revered for their wisdom. Sometimes it is the crone that chooses the chief or gives the final say on whether the tribe goes to war. We also do not respect this winter season in the modern Western culture. We expect people to work as hard as they have in the other seasons. This is a linear masculine pattern of the 9 to 5 work regime, and it doesn't allow us to respect and to revere this winter cycle, this slowing down, this time for reflection and deep healing. The crone laughs with brutal authenticity, with 1,000 creases around her sparkling eyes. She is the moon, glowing wisely as she turns slowly to face you, steadily twirling on her axis, not afraid of darkness and shadow, steadfast and reliable. These crone qualities are associated with winter. Breathe in and embody the qualities of winter and the crone. Breathe and receive. For you too are cyclical like the seasons. I will leave you with a poem. I will leave you with a poem. How did we get to this urban masculine jungle, to this polluted conveyor belt, to this capitalist hamster wheel? How did we forget the feeling of sticky mud squelching under our feet, building up around the edges of our contoured boots, making each step heavier and heavier? How did we forget the feeling of the rain battering us from 360 degrees, so wild that it felt like it was coming up from the ground, as well as down from and around the whole space of the sky? How did we forget to connect to the Great Mother's winter, to embrace her frost with reverence, to embrace this precious time for healing? How did we forget that we need time to rest, that we need time to soften, that we need time for stillness? How did we forget that playing in the fairy snowflakes amongst the evergreen pine trees and listening to the crackling of that fire is part of our cyclical soul?